If there is any holiday that is perfect for hosting a celebratory brunch, it's Easter. My next guest is sharing a favorite family recipe that will brighten up your Sunday morning. Alex Daynes is in our Studio 5 kitchen with her Easter brunch puff pancakes and sticky caramel syrup that she says should be your Easter tradition as well. This is a tradition for you and your family.
Yes, so basically if you're coming to my house on Easter, Christmas, conference weekend, whatever you would be coming to my house for breakfast, this is what we're making. We're making puff pancakes and sticky caramel syrup.
You call them puff pancakes, which is a much cuter name. We know them as German pancakes.
Yes. German pancakes, Dutch babies, puff pancakes, whatever you want to call them, it's all the same. It's that 5-ingredient base, and it's just something that everybody loves.
Yes.
It's a recipe that, you know, you like waffles, you like pancakes, maybe you like one or the other, but you love a German pancake.
It's funny, I didn't know there was such a preference point until I had Emmy. And now at 6, she has some very strong opinions. And I was telling Alex, she loves pancakes, but she hates waffles. And I'm like, they're kind of the same thing.
Yes.
But this is a meet in the middle for everyone at my house, too. So run us through the basics.
Yeah, so we start off with the German pancakes, obviously, or puff pancakes. This is my tip. Do you do this when you make these at home?
Melt the butter in advance.
Yep, melt the butter in advance. So preheat your oven and get it melted. And then you want to just tip the butter from side to side to coat the pan. So I don't grease it, I don't spray it with Pam, I just do it with butter.
Yeah.
I also think that helps with the flavor. I think it makes it taste really good.
I mean, usually does, right?
Right.
A little butter.
Every time you're adding butter to something, it's going to taste amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the base is really simple. 5 ingredients and a blender is all you're going to need. I do 6 eggs. Pour those in there.
Okay.
A cup of flour. Any flour will do. And then I have a cup of milk. Again, same thing, any milk will do. I've done it with almond milk before as well. This is just whole milk.
Okay, easy to remember too. Equal parts flour, equal parts milk.
Oh yeah, and then a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla.
There it is.
And that's it.
Done.
My tip with this, if you wanted to get it really fluffy, it's normally a lot fluffier than we're seeing here.
It comes out very puffy.
Yes, when you first pull it out of the oven, it's very puffy and over the edge. But blending is your friend. So you want to just like let that blender run. You want to just lock that lid. I even say like 3 to 5 minutes. Like a long time.
Let it go.
Let it go, because that's going to beat those eggs and get them nice and frothy and soft and fluffy.
Okay.
That way when it comes out of the oven, you know, we've buttered this side so that it can grow, and honestly, it's just like really fun.
It's kind of like a science experiment in your oven.
It is.
Like my kids always crowd when I pull it out.
Yes.
We make this for dinner a lot too.
Oh, I had it for dinner last night.
Okay.
So I'm no judgment at all. We won't run the blender because I feel like that'll get noisy, but that's it. You just pour it, and then you pour it right into the butter. Bake it at 400 for 18 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. And again, you're looking for that brown edge and fluffy sides. All
right, now the toppings is where you're gonna help me elevate what I do at home, because this sticky caramel syrup sounds amazing.
Oh my goodness, and you're not wrong. It is amazing, and it's like 5 minutes to make. Okay. So we've got half a stick of butter, and I've got this nice and hot in here. Yes. So we just melt that down. And then to this, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of granulated sugar.
I mean, we're off to a great start.
Well, we're putting butter and sugar in a pan. Yeah. So we've got that in there. I also have some buttermilk here that we're gonna add. And then this is what you wanna have kind of all melt together. So obviously you'd melt the butter down first, then add your sugars and your other ingredients, and then you're just gonna let this kind of caramelize. So what you wanna do is you wanna bring it to a boil first on your stovetop, and then you wanna bring that heat down to a low temperature, and you wanna simmer for like 7 to 8 minutes. I actually turn on the timer only because we're basically kind of making candy. We're kind of making like a caramel sauce, but we want it to be runny. So we just don't wanna overcook it, but we also are looking for that golden, you know, coloring, that caramel coloring that we're looking for. Gotcha. So we simmer for 8 minutes, and then once that's up and we've got the golden color to it, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of corn syrup.
Oh, okay.
And then a teaspoon of baking soda.
So it's gonna puff too.
So it's gonna puff too. And when you add the baking soda, it's actually really fun. I recommend using a pot or a pan that's double the size you would think you're gonna need, because it's gonna foam when you add the baking soda. So it's gonna puff up there, and then you just whisk it, and you can see here, I've got one done. Yes. This is the sticky caramel syrup. You can pour it over the top. It has the best flavor. I compare it to like the Kneaders caramel syrup that we all know and love.
Well, I think I heard you say too, liquid gold for your pancakes, which I mean sold.
Yes,
I mean sold. We're gonna top it with some fresh, beautiful berries and some homemade whipped cream.
Yep, and my one tip with the whipping cream, you know when you go to like Waffle Love or those restaurants, and the whipping cream's almost like ice cream? Yeah. It's like a little bit more stable and has a little bit more stance to it. This is how you do it. So you buy a little bit of this Knox gelatin unflavored mix. Put a teaspoon into 2 teaspoons of water, and it's gonna set. So it's like basically like Jell-O, like this.
Okay.
Whip your cream as normal, you know, your cream, your vanilla, your sugar. Melt, once you've created this little sticky mixture, melt it in the microwave for 10 seconds, pour it in and beat it all together.
And it will help stabilize.
And it's just gonna stabilize.
I've never heard that before.
So it's like ice cream. It's like whipping cream and ice cream. It kind of marries it together, and it's honestly delicious.
A decadent breakfast for sure at every layer, but like you said, for the special occasion days, it's a fun tradition to start. Alex, thank you. Where can we see more of your recipes?
Yeah, I'm online on Instagram at @thealexdaynes, and then all my recipes are at alexdaynes.com.
alexdaynes.com. Look for the link on the Studio 5 website.